We are the keepers of the flame, the sacred order. Let the ceremony begin.
And today, faithful acolytes, we take a look at this. And what this is mi Sedaap, mi Sagara, and we have Korean spicy chicken ramen by way of Indonesia. So, it's mi Goreng. Okay, so mi Goreng, I think, is the flavor. Mi Sedaap is, I think, the name of the company. I don't know what mi Sagara is. I don't speak Indonesian. But we've got a whole, I don't know why they print everything this small. Like, this is not a legible thing, there's no point. Instructions are here, and it appears to be, let's actually get one out. Let's get one out and take a look at it. And see if we can sort out, is this any better? There's the ingredient. Why is it so tiny? Oh man, what's interesting about this is there is no caloric, oh wait, here it is, never mind. Okay, so let's see if we can pull any of this in. I don't think so. This is just, well, we won't worry about legibility then, I guess. Ingredients, that's not in English. How about this? Okay, I'm just gonna see if we can find, as I usually do with these, where the heat source is. I'm assuming that this is probably going to be extract. Well, this is really, really difficult to find. I'm getting the impression it's a liquid. So do we have a, let's try again. There's a lot of chemical names here. Egads. Permitted food additive. Man, does that sound appetizing. What's that say? Synthetic flavor powder. What? Okay, I don't know what. I don't think we're going to get a specification on that. Let's see if we can open it up and take a look at what we have here. Actually, let's take a look at the front first. Not too much different. This suggests a liquid to me, but I don't know what any of that says. Is it some sort of sauce that's famous over it? Okay. Apparently I can't get this open. Well, that's fine. Let's use the metal. Okay, so we have, this is, Bawang Goreng. Is this must be dry stuff. I'm not even gonna bother with the dry stuff. We have, this is powder. What's this? What are these? Oh, this is the pepper stuff, I guess. So we can, we'll have fun with this. We can have one heat level, or we can have two. This is actually not a bad idea. So what am I supposed to do here? What's the instructions? I'm dumping it everywhere like an idiot. Hold on. Where's the instructions? Let's take a look here. Okay, so first thing is boil noodles alone. Prepare the noodles on a plate while the noodles, what? Why am I doing, I'm not doing that. Take noodles and drain it. Okay, so we add in the oil. One of these is oil. Oh, it must be the chili oil. Okay, desired level of spice. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. That's cool. I'm actually, I have no issue with that. This is a good idea. So this is oil. It feels like powder though. This also feels like powder. That's weird. Okay, well, let's do this. Let's cook the noodles. Oh, wait a minute. Here's the oil. So do I have to put the oil in there to... All right. This is overcomplicated for ramen. Like, I'm not doing all that. We're not doing all that. Oh, this is tiny too. Man, these are... This is an appetizer ramen. This is a snack ramen. Okay, so wow, look at that. So there it is in the bowl. And so we're going to... for this quantity, I think we're going to cook for 3.5 minutes. We'll let it sit for 5, and we will be right back. Okay, so I actually got ahead of my skis a little bit there. Usually I let it sit for 5 minutes if I have seasoning in there. I didn't this time, so I actually was a boil and drain, which is what I've done here. So this is actually a really, really hot bowl. All right, so we need to put in this flavor. Put in the flavor. If I can figure out how to open the flavor. Open flavor. Open flavor. There we go. The flavor is this slightly pinkish colored stuff. And ooh, stinky too. It smells almost burned. That's weird. Okay, we gotta figure out how to dump the oil in. Because I guess you can't. Oh man, look at this. It's separate. Oh, it's separate. Whoa, that's weird. So it didn't actually suspend in the oil. It's separated in the oil. Look. Got this huge glop of stuff here. Can we get that out? There's flavor in this oil. This is exactly what they do in oil fields too. They take a fork and they dig it out of plastic packets. A lot of people didn't know that. They thought that they just drill into the ground, but no, this is what they do. This is why oil workers get paid so much, because it gets on your fingers and everything else. So yeah. Who put the plastic packets in the ground? That, dear friends, is a mystery that one day I hope science solves. Okay. So, I'm getting the oil off my fingers now while I chit-chat to you about nonsense. Okay, ooh, that smells really good. Oh, boy, that is hot. That is a hot bowl. Hot bowl coming through. Hot bowl. Hot bowl. Okay, oh, come on. Man, you know, hell's bells. All right, let's, I should have maybe left a little bit more water in there. I don't know, splashing it on myself. Boy, is that unpleasant. Because, you know, this was boiling. This was boiling when I took it out not too long ago. So I'm frying my hands for you. Like and subscribe.
All right, what else we got here?
You know, that's the, you know, when there's eating challenges and stuff, when they have really hot food, it's really like a double whammy, because you get the capsaicin, of course, the binding to the TRPV1 receptors, but also those same receptors are still trying to detect the actual temperature of the food you're consuming. And you can really, really overload those receptors really readily if you have something that is, say, boiling, and then you have something spicy on top of it. I had that exact mistake. In fact, actually, you guys can check it out in the ramen, spicy ramen playlist, where this one also lives. If you go check out the Samyang 2 times challenge, which I failed. It was two packets of 2 times. And that's essentially what I ran into was, I mean, the flavor was awful, and that was a significant part of me not wanting to fight through it anymore. But I didn't wait long enough for those noodles to cool off before attempting that. Like I didn't wait anywhere near long enough. That was not pleasant. All right, so we're gonna get a baseline. We're just gonna try it. So this is just with the seasoning and the chili oil. Then we're gonna add in one packet of the other stuff, and then we're gonna add in a second packet of the other stuff, probably. So let's see what's what here. The spices in there, a little bit of lemongrass and stuff. There, definitely, this actually strikes me. There's a little bit of heat here as well. This strikes me more of like a Chinese or Vietnamese noodle style, actually, right now, than Korean. And maybe lemongrass is a big thing in Korea too. I don't know. Heat is really moderate though, so we're gonna pour in the first heat packet. Alright, so there's number one. And it's slightly darker. So you guys saw when I put in the regular flavor packet, it had that sort of pink hue to it. This is a slightly darker version of that. Almost tending towards brown a little bit. Should have left more water in here, I think. Something you almost never hear me say about these noodles. I might have to actually add more water, in fact, but let's try it. It amplified the lemongrass. Definitely this has got some sort of an extract to it. Heat is really moderate though. Like this is nowhere near any of the Samyangs. Even the mild ones, or milder ones. I think part of the issue here is honestly starting from a powder. All right. Packet number 2. Well, there's actually a lot more in packet 2 than there was in 1. That's interesting. Same shade. Everything is packet 1 was. All right, let's stir it up. Hope I have enough liquid. Boy, I don't know. Boy, I don't know. Yeah. So I don't like this system, and I am definitely going to be boiling it next time with the actual noodles next time. So yeah, we'll be like, these are getting kind of dried out. We'll definitely be putting the seasoning in the noodles and boiling it and then letting it sit, I think will be the way to go. And then we'll add the oil. You know, I might just boil it with actually all the dry stuff and add the oil at the end. That might be the way to do this. The way that they are suggesting it is to sort of narrow down your preferred heat level. But, well, let's see what 2 is. We haven't got to 2. Let's see what 2 is. Dry and grainy. Yeah, this is the first time I think you follow the instructions, which is what I'm doing here. So for me, all the dry ingredients that are not whatever the vegetables are, actually, yeah, all the dry ingredients that are not the vegetables go in, because out of 2, I'm going to give this a legit 1, but I'm not giving it any more than that. This is not, to me, very challenging. And calling it spicy Korean, I'm no Korean food expert, but I've had a lot of, like, I like spicy Korean stuff. I like that flavoring system. This seems like a blend. It's not specifically that, I don't think. Very forward lemongrass flavor here, which again, I don't ever pick out in those hot Korean noodles, like ever. You know, the gochujang and stuff like that. These aren't bad though. I actually like these. The chew is pretty good on the noodles. If you don't like lemongrass, you probably won't like the flavoring, but I don't mind. Like I said, it gives it sort of a Chinese or almost Vietnamese aspect to it, I think. And I like both of those foods quite a lot as well. Definitely, there is some sort of powdered concentrate or extract. I've got a really good universal mouth heat. So possibly putting both of those in there before you boil it, and then, you know, you have to dial down the water, obviously, for that. But that could increase the heat level somewhat, potentially. But as it is now, it's just kind of, it's a little dry, I think, with all the dry stuff that was in it. I don't know why you prepare it on a plate. That seems nonsense. I would prefer it was dissolved. I mean, you can see there, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a lot of grainy stuff stuck to the sides here, which I think you might not have, you know, if you actually put it with the noodles and boiled it. So, flavor-wise, it's fine. Again, I wouldn't say that this is what I would consider a good representation of spicy Korean noodles, but flavor-wise on its own, it's not bad. I have no issue with this. So this is one of the least expensive ones out there, but comparatively, you get a much smaller packet of noodles. So kind of something to keep an eye on. But yeah, I mean, I think they function, I think, more as like a Indonesian, Chinese, Vietnamese noodle than they do Korean. So maybe the flavoring is supposed to be Korean, and the other stuff is by way of Korea, by way of those countries. Kind of an amalgamation, if you will. And if that's the case, I think that turns out pretty well. I just don't think it's very representative of Korean spicy stuff. So if you're looking for kind of a blending, this would be a good one to get. If you want something that fits into that a bit more narrowly, with a lot of the stuff we're used to, you know, Samyang or Wong or one of those guys, that you're better off sticking with those. And those, in terms of the Korean flavor, I think actually taste better than this one. Although I did like this one. I actually kind of like the amalgamation of flavors. I just don't think it particularly represents it all that well. Heat-wise, like I said, it's tapering off now, but I would say this is a good solid one. But to me, that's not particularly challenging, and I don't know if too many people are going to be super challenged by this either. So this is probably one where you would get to if you were more familiar with that flavor and we're looking to try to get different variations of it. That's where this kind of comes in, I think. So, but anyway, there you have it. The Sedaap, Goreng, Korean spicy chicken noodles. Now go forth in peace to serve the flame.